Good evening, VC. Dave here. Got quite a stack of records to share with you guys this evening, so I'm going to jump in straight away here. First record I picked up from Tip Top Daily Market here in town. That is Freddie Hubbard, Red Clay on CTI. Beautiful original pressing. I believe this was from 1970. I had passed on a few other copies I had seen before that were just beat. Amazing lineup here. Joe Henderson on sax, Herbie Hancock on piano, Ron Carter on bass, Lenny White on the drums. Amazing album here. Essential. Freddie Hubbard. And while I was there, I picked up a couple records from Luke with Premium Sound. Was really happy to find this record. I had found a couple others recently of John McLaughlin, and yeah, Mahavishnu, John McLaughlin, My Goals Beyond on Douglas. Believe this is from 71. I could be wrong on the year. Got Charlie Hayden on bass here, Billy Cobham on drums, just to name a few. This is some deep listening right here. Spun this the other night. This is a beautiful, beautiful record. Amazing. Highly recommended. And then he had this record on the shelf for quite some time and was stoked to pick it up. John Spencer Blues Explosion, Extra Acme, double LP on Matador. Can't remember the year they released this, maybe 99. Yeah, so stoked to grab this. I've got Acme, but this has a bunch more stuff on it, so very, very cool. And I got a deal on that because he'd had it for a while. And then our local Lunchbox Records had a big sale during Record Store Day weekend, 15% off the entire store, new and used. They did mark down their Record Store Day titles the day after too. So went through everything and found a bunch of different things. Picked up Ice Cube, Wicked 12-inch, 92 on Priority Records. What a dominant rap album Predator was back then. Still my absolute favorite, and so I was very stoked to find this for a couple of bucks. And then in the store they were playing this record, and I'd had a lot of good luck finding Hugh Masekela records lately, so I was happy to pick this up. This is from 1966, Hugh Masekela's next album on MGM Records. Dope cover with Hugh leaning on the zebra in New York next to a Woolworths, holding the spear and trumpet. And this is an interesting record. This is Hugh and his group playing covers from popular songs from the time, like California Dreamin', Along Comes Mary, Sounds of Silence, etc. Really cool listen. Hugh sings a lot on this as well, and it's excellent record. And then with the 15% off, picked up a few new records since I don't like to buy new very often, since they had that deal going. Picked up Pile, Odds and Ends. Really cool artwork on this. This is a compilation. A lot of tracks from early 7-inches that are non-existent anymore. Big Web, for example, is one of the 7-inches I'd love to find. I've got a few others, but they compiled all their early stuff here. Just released this in 2018 on Exploding in Sound Records, so stoked to grab that. Pile is a really awesome rock group out of Massachusetts. Very unique vocalist, very dynamic band. Highly recommended any of their stuff. I've got all of it. Found this record in the used jazz section, The Best of Charles Lloyd, from 1970 on Atlantic. Amazing lineup here. You got Cecil McBee on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, Keith Jarrett on piano, of course Charles Lloyd on tenor and flute. And we spun this the other night, and my friend said this is basically a Keith Jarrett record. He's featured highly on this. Outstanding stuff from Charles Lloyd. Forest Flowers on here. Amazing song. Stoked to grab that for a couple of bucks. I picked up Ambient 4 on Land by Brian Eno. Derek Higgins had recently played a little bit of this in his episode of Higgs Corner. If you're not familiar, check out his show, Higgs Corner. I'm hoping he gets to do more than just the pilot. Freaking really killer stuff from Derek and the VC. And this is my first Brian Eno record. Don't know what's taken me so long to get on board here. This is just beautiful stuff. Yeah. I do need to check out, I think it's music for airports as well, but happy to pick up that. Very chill record. Grabbed the OC's new record, Smote Reverser, double vinyl, colored vinyl here, and already got the download taken care of and in the car, and that ain't leaving the car for a while. This stuff is badass. These guys put a lot of records out. I like that this is different than the last, and man, track 9 on here is so fucking killer. Yeah, OC's Smote Reverser from 2018, gonna be up there in my album of the year list for sure. And then grabbed a really cool reissue, Phil Ranelin, Vibes from the Tribe, on Tribe Records. I think this was dual release with another label out of the UK. Yeah, Detroit group here, outstanding trombone player, Phil, and yeah, this is originally recorded in 1975. This was just released, reissued, so highly recommended. And then picked up this record next door at Repo. Surprised to see it. This is a 1967 U.S. original press of Vilayat Khan and Bismillah Khan, duets from India. Man, beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Of course, you've got Shanta Prasad on the tabla. I love the tabla. This is on Capitol Records in just pristine condition. Outstanding. Also picked up some 7 inches at Lunchbox while I was there, and picked up Burning Airlines. This is Jay Robbins from Jawbox. You got 2 tracks, Carnival and Scissoring. These are badass tracks. This is on white vinyl. This is, yeah, awesome. The first 7-inch. Very, very stoked to find that. Not something that pops up at all. And picked up a couple Manor Astroman analog series 7 inches. These are really cool. You know, surf, punk, groove rock, space rock. They cover it all. From the 90s, they put on an amazing live show. Samantha Aaron Paulson from We vs. the Shark and Mean Queen out of Athens is now playing guitar with these guys, killing it. So I picked up a couple volumes of these, very fucking cool. Really stoked to find these, never seen them before. From 2012 on, I think it's, yeah, Chunklet Industries, Chunklet Magazine is the label. And so today, we had a record convention in town, so I had to get down to that. Yeah, first vendor is the guy that runs the ship, and he's always got great jazz, and this today was no exception. And he was cutting deals, so $10 off. And picked up Art Ensemble of Chicago, AACM, Great Black Music, Reese and the Smooth Ones, 1969 French original on BYG Records, the Actuel series, number 29. Beyond stoked. This is in mint condition. Phenomenal. Can't believe I found that. And then also picked up from him a 1966 stereo pressing of John Coltrane. Coltrane Plays the Blues, of course, with the amazing quartet. Yeah, basically filling in the John collection. I don't know, not a whole lot left. And then there was a vendor there that had a box marked everything $5. Okay. The Best of Max Roach and Clifford Brown in concert. This is on Gene Norman Presents. U.S. Press, later press, I think. $5. Love adding to the Clifford Brown and Max Roach collection, so grab that. Grab J.J. Johnson, Proof Positive on Impulse from '72. This is reissue, gatefold, great condition. Again, $5, can't go wrong. Grabbed Old and New Dreams, amazing lineup. Don Cherry, Dewey Redman on bass, Dewey Redman on sax, Charlie Hayden on bass, Ed Blackwell on drums. On ECM from '79 in mint condition, $5 box. And then this one, Wayne Shorter, Etc. on the Blue Note Classic series. It's released in '80. This was a session from '65 with Rudy Van Gelder. Wayne Shorter on tenor, Herbie Hancock on piano, Cecil McBee on bass, and Joe Chambers on drums. Love this series. Not a fan so much of the artwork. Some of them aren't too bad. This one's all right. But another great session from Wayne here. And this series is a lot of stuff that didn't get out of Rudy's studio, but until later on. So happy to pick that up. And then, yeah, the find of the day at the convention for me. I was looking for Helden 2, but found Helden 4. 1978 U.S. press on the Aural Explorer label. Awesome artwork here. This is, of course, Richard Pinhas on Les Paul guitar and electronics. This is a more electronic record than number 2, which is more guitar driven, but this is an amazing find. I don't see Helden records at all down here. So very stoked to pick this up, and also got a good deal on it. The guy took $5 off. It's got a few issues. It plays great, but it's got a chip along the edge on the record, and the top of the record is seam split. But those are, you know, record plays great. Record looks, artwork still looks great. So stoked to find that. Had to grab it. And then the last item I have here to show you, I did get from Premium Sound as well. And this is a rare item for sure. Gretchen Moncour III, Evolution on Blue Note. This is a cassette with the Japanese obi. No clue, man. This is crazy. I'm sure it's a Japanese boot of some variety. Wicked. Wicked shit. One of my favorite jazz records of all time. Yeah, you've got Lee Morgan, Jackie McLean, Bobby Hutcherson, Bob Crenshaw, Tony Williams in the jam box. So that's everything. It's yeah, real mixed bag, which I'm really happy about, being able to play some different shit. So hope everybody's doing well. Peace.